one of the things that we did some really fascinating research on at Lilly was to look at this for a group of general managers for whom we had given uh, some pretty substantial retention bonuses and special stock grants and so on in order to keep them around. And when we examined the data, and this was like looking 5 years later, and had the several folks who knew all of these leaders really well that who had left, they only categorized about a third of them as being regretted. Uh, and when you think about it, these people were all folks that we loved so much that we gave them a whole bunch of money to not leave. And then only a third of them, after they eventually leave, do we actually care about. So it's important to keep that in mind and think about when you measure it. So it's like, many other things. We're very good at moving on, and things might be devastating in the moment when an employee leaves, but you find another employee, and sometimes they're better than the one who left. So part of the message here is don't fall too deeply in love with employees, because almost everyone is replaceable. And the other kind of lesson here is that when you measure, the regret part is critical. So if you really want to get at this in an accurate way, I suggest doing something like we have in the second bullet here, which is conduct an exercise for your employees each year. It can either be done as part of performance management, or if you do a potential assessment, that would be kind of a natural place to do it. But you would ask the question, what would the consequences be for the company if this person left, with the typical 2 weeks notice? How much pain would it cause us? Do we have a successor? On the other side of the coin, does that, if they left, would it actually create opportunities for someone else to grow? And you can expand that list. But the idea here is that you need to think about whether this would be a regretted loss before they actually tell you that they're leaving, because the whole emotional side of the situation changes once someone tells you they're leaving, and you may be trying to scramble to find a way to prevent that from happening.